everyone, this is Alpha Ali. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD view. This is actually for Ryuxkiii, or I guess previously Kazoo. Essentially, they are still on PC and they are Silver 1, and they want to basically me to kind of VOD view their Mercy again. As I said, I've been kind of coaching Kazoo right back since they were like pretty much Bronze 5. So it's really nice to see that we're at the top of Silver, and they did reach Gold as well really recently, which is very, very nice to see. They basically, I haven't touched Mercy for a while since I've played a lot of Honor, Juno, and Brig, which leads me to forgetting about when to use my Valk. In this game, I feel like I could use my Valk when it was right, but it might have been wrong timings. This game was confusing me because we got ran over on defense, but when we ran over them in offense, we had like 3 minutes for 3 rounds and 4. Okay, that's fine, Ryuxkiii, and yeah, hopefully we'll kind of see you know, whereabouts we can try to implement our our Valks and stuff like that. But just really quickly, if you guys do want your own Mercy VOD review, are you wanting your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch for free at 2 PM UK on Sundays. They cost 7,500 channel points, which you simply get by just watching the streams. If you can't make it that time, then do not worry, as I also record them offline whenever I'm free, and all of them get uploaded to this channel. But if you guys want to see any of my own gameplay as well, you can visit my main channel. If you do need any help with anything, then don't be afraid to message any of my lovely mods on Discord. The links for everything that I've just mentioned will be down in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yeah, so we're kind of like just get straight into it. We did have a bit of a laugh before this, by the way, because I saw that, Ryuxkiii had a mage on, and I was like, what is going on kind of thing. I don't like mage. I don't think a lot of people know that I don't like mage, but, you know, a lot of people do like mage, and yeah. Oh, the X is pronounced, I'm sorry, sweet. So is it Ryuxkiii? Please correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I am dyslexic, so I try my best with reading names. However, back to the skin though. So it's Ryuxkiii. Ryuxkiii. Is that, am I doing it right now? Like like the bread, and then like key. Ryuxkiii. I think I've got it. Ryuxkiii, yeah. Got it, right, that's fine. We're sorted. We're sorted with names now. But just quickly going on to as well the staff. Obviously we have mage, as we talked about. I do really like this weapon charm of mage though. I feel like it fits so beautifully as well. But yeah, looking quickly at your team comp, obviously we have ourselves a soldier, obviously going to be our main blue beam target. Hog is really great to damage boost for when we have you know, he's like hooking people basically. And obviously we have Mei. Mei is not the best to damage boost at all, to be honest. I feel like if I did a tier list of like who's a damage boost, Mei would be literally like right at the bottom, because there is very little to do with her basically. And obviously we've got a Moira as well. It might just mean if Moira is on the low ground and we need to, you know, get to someone that's high, that we need to go and do that basically. Just being aware of like where her fade is as well. But anyway, so we'll get straight into it basically. I love the spam at the beginning. Okay, first of all, with our soldier, absolutely perfect. Nice. Like your positioning so far. Very, very nice. Nice. I love as well just the spam of the voice lines. It's very, very cute. Perfect. So far, no real issues just yet. Love how you go straight to, obviously, you know, switch into your, what's called, your Mei. Nice to go and help, obviously, you know, your what's called your hog. I'd be kind of touching in here just to help with the hog. The reason is because due to, obviously, the damage passive being buffed and everything, Moira's healing is not going to be able to fully out-heal the hog, and plus with how aggressive he's being, especially because you can hear a Reaper. Okay? So what I would recommend is if you can, try to, what's it called? Try to kind of just touch your beep onto your hog here, just to make sure that he's pretty healthy. Yes, he has Breather, and yes, he has Moira, but it might not be enough, especially when you get this Reap and everything. So just if you can, to touch in, just try and make sure he's okay. But like how you've gone down and rotated, just be able to be with your soldier, basically. And that's what I mean by we need to try and make sure we're keeping our hog up. We basically played very, very passive throughout this entire thing. We haven't basically given an opportunity to help our hog. So if you can, just try to make yourself so you're G'ing yourself forward ever so slightly, just to go and help out what's called our hog. At this point, unfortunately, we're going to have to back off because we've ended up losing him. So at this point, it's probably just going to be kind of like a chase, just to be able just to get like back out as much as possible. Nice GA. GA back quicker as soon as you can. Perfect. Nice GA there as well. Same thing again. Get yourself far back. Nice, can't do too much for your Moira there. Good with your Mei as well. Okay, Don't let this res though, okay? So if what you want to try and do is you want to try and make sure that all your team are pretty safe before you end up doing so. So you'd either have to ping this or let people know in VC that you are going for this res, especially when you're in the lower ranks, because it's very kind of hard for, you know, lower rank players to know exactly what you're thinking as Mercy, because they're too busy trying to think what they need to do, basically, okay? So if you want to try and go for this res, you need to let your soldier know so he can back off so you can get the res off and then all go in together. Now, at this point, obviously, you have to like ping it and stuff like that. If you think he's not going to back off, you stay with him and you keep him up, because I would rather you kept up your soldier and your hog than trying to go for this res on the Mei, okay? So just if you can, just make sure you either alerting him or making sure that he's staying up before you do end up going for your res, okay? Keep it going though. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like people are going to contest it. Yeah, your hog isn't. Make sure you damage boost that hook, by the way. If you damage boost that hook, I feel like he could have maybe got the, what's called the pick off. But we end up kind of missing it off ever so slightly. Nice rotation up to top. I'd melee these barriers, by the way, as you're going along. It'll just make your movement smoother throughout, yeah, as you've shown. It will just help you for what's called for later on, basically. Alright? But nice that you've taken the aggression of the, what's called the high ground. And you could just stay up here. Okay, as soon as, obviously, then the echo falls. Nice rotation, though. Very, very nice. Nice. Make sure we're getting our healing beam onto our Moira a little bit quicker there. But that's really, really great. Nice. Good Valk. I like this Valk. You can res. You can res. Okay. Really, really nicely played so far. I pressed the wrong button. Wait, what do you mean you pressed the wrong button? That was a good Valk. I like that one. That was a really, really good Valk, okay? Because you obviously you need the Valk in order to try and like apply some like extra aggression and everything. So I really do appreciate this Valk from you, okay? Just, if you can, try to make sure that you're damage boosting that hook once again. And then, bam, go into Valk. Lovely Valk. I love, obviously, you know, how much you're trying to heal here. Don't go in and try melee here, okay? Because he's way above the HP that is needed for the melee, basically. So you going in and meleeing is just going to give less time, less beam up time, basically, on your hog. And you need to try and keep your hog up as much as possible here, okay? So don't go in and go in melee here because you're not going to be able to go in and go and help him. Make sure you're literally just staying on what's it called? Keeping up the hog, okay? Keep it going though. Go into res here though, okay? You can, especially in your Valk, you could very easily get a very nice res off here, okay? So you could just use your own movement, try to keep your hog up. The reason why I want you to do that is because hog is very, very close to his whole hog, and it's a great way to get a lot of people off the point. Well, I say off the point, they've not brought the point with them, but it's a very nice way to be able to kind of what's called zone a lot of people, give you guys a bit of space just for a second, okay? So just, if you can, make sure that you're going for a res here. That's where he was one when I went. So if he was one when you went though, remember he's got, what's it called? He's got an honor, he's got a mercy to heal him up. Okay? That's a lot of healing. It's not like he's got a Lucio and a Zen, for example, where you can go in and very much, you know, get him. And also it's not like that he's by himself off to one side or something as well, you know. Because he's with both of the supports, as soon as you get the chance to don't go and do the sling in, Mercy and Honor would have already kind of hit, well, Mercy would have obviously had the beam on him, and Honor would have probably hit a shot or two onto him. So there's no need for you to kind of like go in and go and sling here, because you're not going to get the pick off, okay? You said I flopped this res, so I'm going to guess that you go for the res? Oh, okay, so we do end up kind of being out of beam range from it. Sorry, out of like the range of the res. But remember, you're not really under pressure on this res, because as soon as, so when you go for it, especially when the Ryan's pinned away, when it loads, there you're not under pressure here, okay? The res is here. The honor is here, right? You can very easily just start the res behind this piece of cover. Honor will only be able to see you at the end of the res, where she might be able to sleep you or nade you, but at that point you should have hopefully finished the res and be able to kind of like G yourself back away, especially because you can hold your GA button on because I know you're on PC. You can literally hold your your GA button, and it will get you out of your out of there straight away, basically, okay? You might have panic res the Mei, which you possibly could have done, which would have caused the range to go out. Because I was thinking, like, why if is the range, like, gone when obviously you're trying to res your hog? It might have been that you might have accidentally what's called the Mei. But honestly, just take it calm for a second, okay? You're not under pressure. Especially when you're in Valk and you're flying all the way above here and everything like that. You are not under basically any pressure, okay? So if you can, try to just dip down and res behind this wall, basically, if you can, okay? Because then that means the Honor is forced to walk through, especially walk through the hog like trap and everything like that, to be able to come and do anything to you. In which case you would have had time to J yourself away. All right, we'll keep on going though. So unfortunately, we do end up kind of flopping the res. Just J yourself back here. Nice, managed to get obviously our soldier. Mercy gets her res off onto the Rhine. We just gotta be careful for maybe Shatter at this point, because obviously the Rhine has done quite a bit. Nice attempts on the hog. Keep pushed up with your hog here though. That's just unfortunate. Don't G yourself forward here, okay? I respect if we're G'ing forward if we wanted to go and res. However, we already tried to use our res and obviously we failed with the res, okay? So there's no need for us to G ourselves forward, okay? There's no need for us to come forward. So if you can instead, literally just vibe and play main with everyone. I thought I had res. No, because you end up cancelling it a little bit earlier, okay? But just double check, make sure that, you know, whether you do or you don't have your res online first. But honestly, I would just stick it out with these guys for a second tier and try to get some picks off, okay? We are going to have Blizzard, hopefully, in order to recontest this, basically. And I don't want you to get picked off, what's called, before we have a chance to be able to use them ultimates to stall out the point. Alright, keep it going. So we're rotating to the other high ground, which is completely fine, you know, to get away from the Reaper and everything. I respect it. Nice. Make sure we're just getting our beam onto our soldier a little bit sooner there. And unfortunately, we do end up touching for the, for the point. We can still keep on going in here, though. Because if we end up getting picks here onto people, then it means that, obviously, you can then just defend at this doorway. Compared to if we end up, you know, losing this team fight, then they end up kind of pushing it even further. Okay? So, if you can, try to make sure that you're going in and being aggressive here. So, it means then that you can help out with the Blizzard, okay? You don't just kind of want to watch and be like, okay, well, we've lost it now. I think it was too flabbergasted a soldier walking into the reroll. That is true. That is true. He shouldn't have obviously walked into the ult. But as soon as you know May's got that ice block, she's not going to be able to, what's it called? You know, she's very, very safe. She's not going to end up taking any damage from the reroll. So that's when we can switch and we can go and help our soldier a little bit sooner. But to be honest, even if he walks into the ult, which is what he did, he's most likely going to fall. But what can you do there? But yeah, in this scenario, just make sure that we're pushing forward to help with the Blizzard a tiny bit more than what we have done. Alright, keep on going though. Nice. I just feel like at the moment, you're playing very, very, what's it called, passively. Where you're not really taking too many risks, okay? And I've seen your gameplay before, and I know that normally your movement is really, really good and everything as well. So honestly, like, take a few more risks here, okay? Nice, so I'd have my beam onto my soldier here, because he has a better, what's called, thing of tracking on the, for example, like the echo and everything. Might just be honor instincts. That might be true. Especially because obviously you said that you play a lot of, like, honor recently and everything. Because obviously with honor, you only have, like, one ability to keep yourself up, which is obviously, like, the sleep and the nade. Well, two, technically, then. Compared to Mercy, who has, like, a big GA on, like, a quite a long cooldown and everything. I like the rotation out here. You know, you're very, very safe up here. Compared to the rest of what's called your team and everything. Unfortunately, your team ended up getting shattered. Nice, G yourself out here. Nice. Can't help your May, unfortunately. Nice rotation once again. See, your movement is absolutely perfect, Kazoo. I love it. It's just unfortunate that your team are just getting rolled over at this point. But keep it going. And this is what I meant by your movement being really, really good, okay? This is why I want you, especially when you feel like your team is starting to win, to be more aggressive, okay? Because your, what's called, your movement is absolutely amazing, sweet. Nice. Good damage boost on the coalescence. I respect obviously the push onto the damage boost until you couldn't. Good Valk. Okay. Really nice Valk. Just remember to kind of come behind this side of the payload if you can. Especially because you can see the Reaper on this side. So you want to play on this side instead. Just make sure that you don't get pushed off. But I really respect the Valk here to go and make sure that you get a touch. And also to kind of like help your team now start to aggress in. Okay. So I like this Valk. Just make sure that we're kind of doing it over to this side. Alright. Really nice though. Keep going. I'm hoping Sigma ult is going to help. Oh, Sigma's gone, unfortunately. And I fear... Okay, switch to Kiri for the recontest. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, though. It's all good, though, okay? My main thing for you so far is mainly just to make sure that you're being a little bit more aggressive, okay? Because your movement is really, really good, sweet. Like, it's really, really nice, okay? It's just making sure that we're then now applying that movement a little bit more to make sure that we're, what's it called? We're keeping up with our team and keeping aggressive with our team, okay? We have a little bit of Honor gameplay now. As a lot of people know, I've started to pick up Honor quite a bit recently, so I'll do my best to try and, you know, provide as much help and advice that I can. First of all, save your need. I'm going up, okay? Okay? Don't be afraid to get a bit aggressive here, okay? One key thing I will say with Honor... Oh, your Mercy got stolen? Ah, okay, I see. No, it's alright, don't worry. I'll help you with your Honor, though, okay? Get a little bit more aggressive here, okay? I want you to kind of, like, just basically stand on this kind of corner and just, like, jiggle peek. Like, scope in, peek it, come back in. Scope it, peek it, come back in. Small of K is me fixing my earbuds. Okay, that's alright. Sound is the most important thing. Okay, we need to try and make sure we're helping our far a little bit more, but again, that should be your Mercy's thing. Okay, your team get naded. If your team get naded, just save your shots until afterwards, because you don't want to waste ammo, basically. Okay? Okay, so you know they're above. If you know they're above, we're going to have to play it a little bit safer for a sec. Nice how you're doing that as well. Nice. Don't worry too much about your team here. Honestly, just start DPSing. Start DPSing. Nice attempts on the sleep. Because I respect it. That's fine. I would just make sure that my burst is okay with the res there, but I'm not really, really great. Nice, you took an aggressive nade though. Just make sure you're chucking your nade a little bit, what's it called? A little bit further, like, away if you can. Because what's going to happen is, especially because they lost a teammate, right, that these guys are going to start backing off, okay? So, if you can, try if you can to chuck the nade where you know the enemy team is going to go, rather than where they are at the moment, okay? Keep on going though. Nice. I like how aggressive you're being now. You keep this angle. You keep this angle, definitely, okay? You can stay here. Just all you have to do is just kind of play passively ever so slightly for a second. Because you know that Zen is now going to start backing off a lot more. Especially because your Holly's pushing forward and taking space. Okay? So what you can do here is you can essentially kind of like just play in this room. Wait a second. Re-peek that same angle. You've got a really nice piece of angle here to be able to go off, basically. Alright? Keep on going, though. I'm going to guess that we're rotating now. Nice, I don't mind the nade there. Obviously, you just try and keep your hog up. We had to push it in. Really, really nice, okay? It's mainly, once again, I want you to get a little bit more aggressive, okay? Like, try to be looking for what's called, for like some early damage in a team fight. Because I felt like for that majority of the time, you were very passive. There, you get very aggressive with your position now, though. I will be honest. Make sure we're crouching here, by the way, in case we're not. I can't really tell with Honor, to be honest. But make sure we are. Nice. Go reclaim your high ground. Go reclaim your high ground, okay? You have such a lovely high ground here if you can, okay? Because if you have a look, okay, your soldier has basically claimed this high ground for you guys, okay? So you could very easily just stand up here with your soldier, maybe even take like a slightly aggressive angle, especially because you've ended up, you know, killing off a bunch of people, and we can just take a really nice and aggressive angle here. Do you see? Instead of us like basically being AFK all the way over here, kind of like just, you know, topping up a full HP hog, which is kind of what your Mercy, bear in mind, your Mercy as well should be over your soldier, and you know, but because your Mercy isn't doing that aggressiveness, you can then be the aggressive person, and if you can, go up, basically up these stairs, And then you can play aggressively by playing in this like little window here, basically. Go in, you can go and nade them all and everything like that, and then go in from there, basically. Okay? We'll keep on going though. The wonder I died once. This game wasn't DPS as much. Exactly, you're just playing very passively. Good nade. Very good nade. Good sleep. Okay, we're slaying. I love how you ping it and your hog doesn't go and hook him as a free kill, but that's fine. Alright, I spent the nano in order to try and keep him up. You absolutely slayed that entire time. The nade, beautiful. The sleep, beautiful. I did quite like the nano as well. Like, you slayed all that perfectly. Okay? Very, very nice. So keep on going, though. Nice. So you're going to cap it in. Perfect. Alright, let's keep going. Nice bit of playing passively for a sec, obviously because of the, I think you'll... Perfect, we'll keep it going. So same thing again, don't be afraid to get a little bit of aggressive here. Like, you can take, like, maybe try and get a few shots off at this Reaper, okay? If you try to get, oh, well, like you're doing now, basically. But if you try to kind of get a few shots off of the Reaper, it can kind of scare him and bait him into using, like, his Wraith or something, for example. Putting him in a bad spot for your team to follow up, basically. Okay? So, if you can, try just to, you know, once again, be a little bit more aggressive with your honor here. Make sure that we're kind of doing a bit more damage than what we're doing, and we're not just kind of going around just healing our team. Okay? I will say your appeal for your team, though, and obviously going around and healing people is usually really, really nice. Go and shoot. Yes. Nice. Nice. Perfect. Oh. Unfortunately, that last shot. If you got that last shot off, you would have got it, by the way. That's just unfortunate, though. But nice. Can you see how, like, you're making him scare and you're making him back off? Okay, we'll rotate him. Which is fine. I would just make sure that you let your team know that you're rotating here. I respect the aggressive nade. Nice, just take your time as well with your shots, okay? Especially when it's like an off-team fight. You don't have to be what's called too scared. Be careful for a Blossom. Nice sleep. I began that sleep dot ready, like, basically as soon as he gets out of that Wraith on the just in case he has a Blossom. But you guys absolutely slayed. You guys you basically just steamrolled them, which is really, really good, okay? Your main thing with your honor this week, though, is just get a little bit more aggressive if you can. Because you have really good aim with your sleep, and also your nade as well was really, really good, okay? Just be a little bit more aggressive and try to get a little bit more DPS-iness out of it, okay? Especially on that first point. Alright, we'll keep it going, though. We're back onto Mercy. Which is nice to see. I guess we've stolen the Mercy back. But that's fine. We'll see, obviously, what your other support ends up picking in a second anyways. But we'll keep on going. I was waiting. Perfect. We have a few, like, different people, though. Remember, obviously, we've got ourselves a Bastion and an Orisa now. Both are much better damage boost compared to the Hog and the Mei that you had on your other, what's called defense. But awesome. We'll keep on going. So, nice damage boost here. Nice how much, as well, that you're not... Because I see so many people standing here and just beaming the soldier, being like, dum-de-dum-de-dum. I love how you're constantly looking at, what's it called, your Orisa, and also, what's it called, and also your Bastion and stuff like that. I love that from you. Keep that up, okay? Keep it going. Nice. Nice pick. Don't be afraid here to G yourself forward to kind of like over to this bit. The reason why I'm telling you to do this is on the just in case your Orisa takes a lot of damage, okay? You know that your Moira is coming into this team fight quite late because obviously they didn't pick until like late, a little bit later on basically. So don't be afraid just to kind of G yourself forward. So it means you can kind of like jiggle peek this if you need to, or because your Orisa end up dropping down here and if she stays over here, then you can quickly get your beam onto her and then come back into it if you can. Okay? We'll keep on going though. Unfortunately, your Moiran's getting picked off, which we might have to help our Orisa for a sec. Nice. Go for a res now. Nice. And we reset and go again. Perfect. Okay. We'll keep on going, though. I love the little bastion noises. They're so cute. Perfect. Okay, so they have D.Va. So we're going to expect probably D.Va to want to fly up to us. So it's making sure that we're playing quite far back at this point. So you see here? We GA away. Perfect. Just make sure when we're GAing away, we don't have res yet. Okay. When we're GAing away, make sure that we're not just focusing on our own GA, because we can also get a beam on someone as we're doing so, okay? For example, here, when I'm GAing myself away, I can try and get my beam onto the bastion a little bit soon here, okay? Now, one thing I'm going to say to you, sweet, in order to, like, to keep track of, what's it called, in the future, is try, if you can, to make sure that you're tracking your res, because this has happened twice now, where, what's it called? Where we tried to go for a res when it's been on cooldown, okay? So just, if you can, try to make sure that you're tracking your res cooldown a little bit more, okay? We'll keep it going, though. Can't do too much with that, unfortunately. And then your soldier ends up falling, okay? What are we going to do? Nice res of the wall. Beautiful res. The only thing with this res is make sure your bastion's okay afterwards, okay? We don't just kind of like want to just res and be like, okay, yay, I did a cute TikTok res, time to post it on my TikTok. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to make sure as well that you're doing the follow-up for the res afterwards, okay? So if you can, obviously, you know, beautiful res, very, very nice, okay? Just if you can, when you've done that, make sure that we're looking after him as well afterwards, okay? Res him into another death on the scoreboard. Does he actually end up falling? Oh, no, he's okay. No, he's slaying. It's okay. Perfect. But yeah, it's just making sure that he does end up in the opportunity where he's like nearly kind of what's called gone, basically, okay? Nice peel for your Moira here. I like how you're G'ing in for people this time, though. This is what I want you to do on your first one, okay? We'll keep on going, though. Nice, obviously damage boost on the Sebastian. I love your push to damage boost, sweet. Get aggressive here though, okay? There's no, what's called, no harm in you getting, like that for example. No harm in you getting aggressive. My only thing is, once you know that there's going to be nobody in the Orisa role, because let's be honest, even in like Silver, people are smart enough not, you know not to walk into an Orisa role, basically, okay? So as soon as you know there's nobody in that Orisa role, don't be afraid to go and sit and damage boost someone like your soldier or like the Bastion or something like that, basically, because then you get the people that are being zoned by the Orisa role, basically. Be like a Diva Bomb, for example, okay? Once the Diva Bomb has gone in, okay, people are going to obviously, you know, spread out and go away from the Diva Bomb, aren't they? Because they don't want to get caught out by it. It's the exact same with an Orisa role. So what I want you to do is I want you to try and damage boost other people that, you know, are moving away from that Orisa role, basically. Alright, we'll keep on going, though. Nice peel for Soldier. It's his fault if he drops, so we could just sit and damage boost our thing at the top. Good reaction to the Reaper. We have, what's called our Valk to be able to help with that, so that's completely fine. Go on, go get her. Go get her. Go get her. Go get her. Aim might need a tiny little bit of work, sweet. But you slayed. We keep it going. And you guys had to win in the round, okay? Very, very nicely played there, okay? That was a much better than the first round I saw from you. Because could you see how you, what's it called? How you end up kind of like getting a little bit more aggressive with your team. They end up kind of, you know, getting some slightly like more aggressive positioning to be able to get to your team a little bit more as well. I love that from you. That was so much of like a better kind of like turnaround basically compared to your first round. Perfect. Keep on going though. We're still the Mercy, which is all good. Just quickly skip forward a tiny little bit more. Perfect. Let's go. So they have a May this time. So just making sure that we're being careful with that, essentially. Stay down low with your team, because we don't know if they've got a Widow yet or anything. So I kind of like just make sure that we're just staying safe, basically. On the just in case. Nice heals here. Nice damage boost. Damage boost Bastion here, so in order to work down Ryan's shield. Perfect. Good rotation as well. Good peel for your Hog. Nice. Just make sure we're healing our hog a little bit more here. I know how much you want to push this damage boost, which is perfect, okay? But remember, they've got a Reinhardt, and that Reinhardt's going to have, like, a gigantic, like, however much HP shield he's got, okay? And whenever he has an opportunity, he's going to sit there and just stand with it. Okay, so in reality, your soldier isn't really going to do any damage to the team, for say, okay? So what I want you to do instead is, if you can, try to heal up your hog instead, just to make sure that your hog stays alive, basically, okay? So because we want to try and make sure that he stays up throughout this entire thing, while, for example, your Bastion and your soldier work down the shield, because what ends up happening is end up kind of into like a healing war, basically. And as long as your team win it out before that Reinhardt shield goes, Reinhardt will have to back off, but in this case, you know, he can't really back off because of, you know, where the point is. He'll fall over, team will fall over, free win, basically, okay? So just if you can, try to make sure that you're focused on the healing a tiny bit more here, but other than that, keep on going. Once again, lovely positioning. It's just making sure that you're being careful to see if anyone's coming up to you, basically. We end up rotating to make sure that we got our beam onto the Bastion. He just goes through and mows everyone down because the Rhine shield's gone, and you guys win it out. Perfect. Alright. So, Ryuxkiii, here's what I want to say, okay? Your movement is beautiful, okay? And I want you to use it more, because I can tell you, and I obviously have seen from previous VODs as well from you, that your movement is absolutely perfect, okay? So keep that up. It's really, really nice. Your damage boost usage as well is beautiful, okay? I love how much you're trying to push it, okay? And it's very, very nice to see. Two things I want to say to you though, okay? First one is, if you can, try to make sure that you're being a little more aggressive, if you can. Especially, like, it got a lot better towards the end, basically, but just if you can, try to make sure that you're pushing up with everyone. Try to make sure you're damage boosting everything, and also trying to make sure that you're there for basically every single person of your team, and you're not having to basically make yourself do a GA to go and help someone, to make sure that you're kind of like in a scenario, or like in a space basically, where you can help everyone and everything where you are stood, basically. That's my first piece of advice. My second one, sweet, is make sure that you know if you've got your res basically available before you go for a res. There was a few times where you kind of like go for a res and then you realize, oh, it's still on cooldown. Just do that little half-second check of like, oh, do I have my res or not, before we go to do any of that, basically, just to kind of save ourselves from doing a bad GA or getting ourselves into a bad position, basically. Okay, but other than that though, sweet, I loved all of it, basically. I do hope you get back into gold, because you really, really do deserve it, sweet. And, oh, like I said, with your honor as well, just get, once again, a little bit more aggressive with your honor, okay? But thank you so much, obviously, for the VOD, and hopefully everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch that have been watching have enjoyed. I talk about, obviously, at the beginning of the video about how you can basically redeem your own VOD review, but just a few other things. Obviously, you've got my main YouTube channel, I post all kind of like my own gameplay and stuff like that, basically. So if you guys want to watch any of my gameplay, that's on there. There's my Twitch as well, which will be linked down below, just for basically all where I record everything, basically. So if you want to see anything live, you ask me any questions as well, you're more than welcome to over there. And there is also my Discord. If you guys want to ask me any questions at any point in time, Discord is obviously the best one. And also there's a lovely server of a lovely, you know, like-minded Overwatch people over there as well. But yeah, thank you so much, obviously, for the VOD, and I'll see you all later. Bye!